Pablo. Good boy.
At Scott's
Good
Richmond
boy.
practice, a new client has arrived with 6-month-old
Good
Pablo.
boy.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good, thank you, and you?
Hi, Pablo.
When first-time pet owner Naomi got home from work, she found her French bulldog in trouble.
I tried to pick him up, and he was almighty squeal. He just would not move.
Good boy.
It was absolutely heartbreaking. I just wanted to wrap him up in cotton wool so I could get him to the vets to see what's the matter.
Hi Naomi, how are you? I'm Scott. How are you? Nice to meet you.
Thank you.
Hello, handsome. He's lifting that right leg up, isn't he? What I might do is just get him to have just a little pot around because I just like to see what's going on with that leg, if that's all right. Okay. It's quite ginger on that leg, isn't he? Just a bit sensitive.
Come here. That's it.
Yeah.
Good boy.
Well, there's definitely something wrong with that right leg. There's no doubt about that. So come on in.
I know, darling, I know.
That's it. Good boy.
I'm just really hoping that he can just give me some answers and help me find out what's wrong with him.
Is this the first time he's ever had problems with this right leg?
He has had a few incidents before when he was a tiny baby.
Okay.
And then
What had happened on that
he
instance?
got attacked by another dog on one of his very first walks.
Oh no, what a nightmare.
Not good.
Yeah.
A couple of months later, he went to spend a weekend at doggy daycare and genuinely think he probably just overdid it. We rested him. Within a day, he was back to his sprightly self, absolutely normal.
Okay.
And then this has happened.
Oh dear. Well, let me have a little feel of this leg. Just holding him around the shoulders there.
Come on then.
Okay. Good boy. Let's have a feel.
Good boy. Shh, shh, shh. All right, all right, all right.
Okay.
All right.
Wow, you didn't like that, did you? No, you didn't. Okay. Well, straight away I can feel that the problem's in the hip.
Okay.
Because I just tried to extend his hip and he really didn't like it.
Good.
But actually,
All right. Shh, shh, shh.
bending his knee
Steady.
is fine. All right, champ. All right, mate. Oh dear.
Good.
Oh dear. Oh, that's still nice though. Oh, that's nice. I know. You're saying, I'll give you a kiss. I might nibble your ear off though if you do that again. Hey, oh, what have you done?
He loves this.
The way that Pablo is behaving and being so painful, I really think we need to push to the next step, which is x-rays. All right, you give Mummy a kiss.
Good.
Come on then, champ. Okay, break it up, you two. Naomi is obviously an incredibly dedicated owner. She wants the best for him, but he is a little baby and she's going to be worried about him. All right, you grab a seat.
Yeah, no problem.
See you in a second.
Okay.
When you hear your baby scream or your baby cry, it's never very nice. So I'm just hoping that Scott can help him today.
At Scott's Isleworth practice,
Come on then, should we go and see Gina? Oh, it's all right.
receptionist
Silly
Leah
sausages,
has just been given a surprise delivery of 2 abandoned canaries.
Gina, I've just had these 2 dumped at the front desk.
Oh my God.
I know.
Oh, you poor things. I really hope this isn't what they've been kept in.
Nurse Gina is immediately concerned by the terrible condition of the homeless birds.
When I see animals in this sort of condition that have been neglected or mistreated, it does make me very, very angry and confused because I have no idea how anyone could treat anything so innocent with such little respect. Here's our first one. Usually canaries are quite round, fluffy, cute little things. It's all right, darling. Whereas these canaries are missing so many feathers that they almost don't look like canaries. They're quite bald and scraggy looking.
What do you think's causing them to lose their feathers?
If they've been kept in this cage together, they could be plucking themselves. It may also be mites, or it could be they haven't been getting the right nutrients. You've got very long nails, haven't you? Poor little thing.
Sorry, little man.
You'll be so much more comfortable when this is done. You'll be able to grip on the perches properly, won't you?
It will all be worth it.
Good.
Holding the bird in my hand, I'm trying to be as gentle as I can because obviously they're so tiny.
Okay, so this is the other one. He's in a worse condition than his sibling over there. This sort of thing never gets easier. But then, on the other hand, this is also why I do this job, so I can help these animals that are suffering. Good birdie.
The Canaries will be treated for parasites and put in a roomy cage at the practice until a new home can be found.
We're going to have lots of TLC, and then we're going to find you some lovely people to look after you, because that's what you deserve.
It's not a good face.
That's not a good hip.
At the Richmond practice, 6-month-old Pablo has been anaesthetised, so Scott can hopefully diagnose what's wrong with the French Bulldog's painful hip.
So what I'm doing right now is just rotating his hip joint, and it's like a grating sound. Certainly not the beautiful, smooth, healthy joint that you would expect of a 6-month-old.
It's a tense time for Pablo's doting owner, Naomi.
I've never left Pablo with anyone that I don't know, and I've only met Scott for the first time today, so I'm very eager to have my baby back.
She was spinning around the other way.
Nurses Emma and Nathan are assisting Scott with the x-rays.
Look at that, guys. Automatically, I see that's a problem. One long leg, one short leg. And look, it doesn't even want to stay out. Look, it's just tight. Okay, let's take these x-rays, shall we?
Oh, poor Pablo.
It's really quite unusual to see one leg shorter than the other. And in this case, I think it's caught us off guard because it just shows that this is a much more chronic injury than Naomi or I expected. I've got something I need to show you, so I think you should come downstairs.
Okay.
Okay. So, I just need to show you these x-rays. It's quite a shock, actually.
Yeah.
What we're looking at here is an actual fracture, a broken bone in his hip.
Yeah, that doesn't look good at all.
Earlier, Naomi explained to Scott that Pablo had been attacked by another dog when he was only a 10-week-old puppy.
This staffy has really done a number on him, and this is actually broken at that stage. And then over the time between then and now, it's tried its best to heal, but done a really poor job.
Yeah.
And every time he clatters around the house and knocks stuff over, he's re-breaking that.
Every time.
Yeah.
Okay.
So now I need for you to be brave because we need to do surgery on this leg. All right. I think what we're going to need to do with Pablo is perform something called a femoral head and neck ostectomy. It's basically removing the ball from that hip joint and just leaving a free-floating joint, and the muscles would take on the stresses and the strains of that joint.
Whatever he needs and whatever it takes.
Okay. Do you want to say goodbye to your chap? He's just laying just here. So you can, he's asleep, he's out of pain. All right, you jump in.
Oh, bless you. I promise.
It'll be okay.
So all of these things that you're seeing, it's just to help keep him asleep, okay? I know it's a little bit scary. The tubes are giving him oxygen and keeping him asleep, and he's got his drip on, and he's got various different machines to help us do our job.
Yeah.
Okay. I promise we'll look after him.
I know it's like seeing your baby under anaesthetic. It's tough, isn't it?
I'm feeling pretty devastated that Pablo's actually got a broken hip instead of just a little bit of a pulled muscle. My little baby, who I thought was a wimp, is actually a little hero.
You head off.
Okay.
And I'll look after your boy, and I'll give you a call as soon as he's woken up.
Okay.
All right?
Yeah.
Scott will perform surgery on Pablo's broken hip immediately.
It's a complete and utter shock that Pablo has to have surgery.
We'll see you in a bit then, hey?
No problem.
All right, come on out.
Probably my worst nightmare.
Just going to start scrubbing.
At the Richmond practice, Scott is prepping for surgery on 6-month-old Pablo's broken hip.
Every animal that we treat is loved by their owners, but I think that there is a very special bond between Naomi and Pablo, a little bit like mother and son, and he is still a puppy, so he's like her baby. So, yeah, maybe a little bit of added pressure. It's a massive relief to be able to close up Pablo and have him wake up. Here we go.
Pablo will stay in for observation overnight.
Mummy even dropped off your teddy bear. Look at that. Hey?
But should be able to go home to owner Naomi tomorrow.
It's possible that there could be more complications with this procedure just purely because of how difficult it was to get the femoral head out. But I'm hopeful that I've managed to get it out without causing injury, but let's see how he recovers.
has another new client coming into his St Margaret's clinic. Emma is bringing in the 2 new additions to her family, a 3-month-old brother and sister that are ragdoll kittens.
Hello, Emma. Good morning. I'm Scott.
Hi, Scott. Nice to meet you.
How are you?
I'm good, thank you.
I'm very looking forward to seeing your bundles of fluff. Hello.
It's Kitty and Kion.
Wow, you two are gorgeous. All right, come on in. Come on.
They've settled in so well. The kids have been wanting kittens for about a year, and we chose the ragdoll cat because they're meant to be really, really lovely family cats.
Let's have a look at these 2 absolute stunners.
On the day we went to get them, the kids were just completely beside themselves, and instantly they just settled in really, really well. And I know now they just feel such a part of the family. It's only been about 4 weeks, but yeah, the kids love them.
Wow.
So that one is Kion, and the one at the back is Kitty.
The names are pretty cool.
My daughter's 4.
Right, so that's probably Kitty,
she
I'm
chose
guessing.
Kitty.
Yeah, fairly obvious. Well, it's sort of up there with Puss, isn't it?
It is,
as a cat
isn't it?
name. Exquisitely beautiful, though, aren't you? All right, so then there's
Darling. And then this one's Kion.
Hello, mate. You're very handsome, aren't you?
It's the little boy who Emma is worried about.
Kion has on his cheek what we think are warts, but we're not absolutely certain.
All right, let's pop you down and have a little look.
And they don't seem to bother him.
Yeah.
He seems really, really happy in himself. He's eating really well. He's drinking.
Yeah, so more than one. 1, 2, 3. And I'm assuming that Kitty doesn't have them,
Not
is
that I've
right?
seen, no.
They are not normal for a kitten. There is a number of possibilities, but as they're dark and they've grown sort of quickly in a short space of time, I think it is probably worthwhile that we just take one of them off, take it away, send it to the lab and just make sure that it's nothing to be concerned about. I think there's a possibility it could be what we call a classic wart produced by a papilloma virus, but it isn't as common in cats as it is in dogs. This virus is something that's present in kittens when they're immunocompromised, which means they have a weakened immune system. Now that might just be something developmental, they're young and they're prone to viruses, but it can also be as a result of some viruses that specifically depress the immune system, the most worrying types being feline AIDS or feline leukemia.
As well as taking samples from the lump, Scott will also take a blood test to hopefully rule out the other diseases.
Unfortunately, feline AIDS and feline leukemia is contagious, so that if Kion did turn out to have this disease, we'd also have to check Kitty, and the future of them living in the same house would also be in question.
I do feel really nervous. They're such a part of the family already, and I didn't realise how much you could fall in love with cats, because I've never had cats before. And I think also because the kids have taken to them so well and they adore them so much that if anything ever happened to one of them, I don't know what I would say.
Okay, you can say goodbye to Mummy.
Oh yeah, no problem. I feel nervous. I feel a bit sad that we're having to go through this when we've only had them for 4 weeks. I'm pretty sad, but hopefully he'll be fine. Bye-bye.
Bye, bro. Hey.
Poor little mate.
I know, you can't go with your sister. You have to stay with me, mate. All right, then.
Okay.
Okay, Ems, well, I will give you a call as soon as he's back
Okay.
up. All right? And then we just wait
So I'll
and
come
see
back later.
what these interesting lumps turn out to be.
Great. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Say bye, Mummy. Say bye.
Bye-bye, darling.
Bye.
There's a good girl. You don't want to go out today, do you? Because it's very wet and raining. You've got your best shoes on, haven't you? Said you're mad, you are, Mummy.
South of London in Sussex, animal rescuer Liz is hoping Scott can help one of her favourite cats, 3-year-old Josefina.
She says, and exactly why am I seeing Uncle Scott today? Well, he's going to have a little look to see if he can do something about your little eye. No more sore eye,
Josefina is one of hundreds of cats being looked after at Liz's sanctuary. But this orphan was rescued from abroad.
We were doing a sterilisation project for the street cats in Spain. And when I first saw her, she was in a little, I get all funny now. She was in a little garden full of cactus plants, and she really sort of struck a chord because she just looked so vulnerable. Her ears were all crusty with sun damage, and her eye just looked sort of horribly infected and messy and it looked painful. And I knew if we put her back after spaying and neutering, she would not survive. I knew she wouldn't make it. So she ended up coming back. With so many here, they're all favourites, really, but some you do get closer to, and Josefina's one of those. Oh, that was very naughty, wasn't it? He's just sitting quietly, aren't you, Private Ryan, minding his own business? Dear me. Although she seems quite petite and a little lady, she's not averse to sort of giving a little left hook if she needs to, just to establish her place in the hierarchy. We don't want you to become a real spoilt brat, do we now? Be a spoilt princess, but not a spoilt brat. Terrible behaviour. I kind of say sort of soppy things to her, like she's mummy's little princess, which I know if you're doing rescue, you're supposed to be all kind of matter of fact about everything. But she is such a little sweetie. There's a good girl. Good girl.
Since bringing her back to the UK, Liz has been treating Josefina's troublesome eye with antibiotics. But recently the condition has flared up again.
The eye is very sort of weepy at times. I think from talking to Scott a little bit about her that it could easily be prone to infection. I don't want that to happen.
Scott's looked after many of Liz's cats and has promised to drop by tomorrow to examine Josefina.
She is a very special girl to me. I try not to let emotions cloud what needs doing, but I have got lots of confidence in Scott, so I think it would be really good to go ahead and see what he could do to make things just perfect for her.
Hi, Ems. Look how cute he is.
Oh, no.
Look. He's so gorgeous.
At St Margaret's, head nurse Emma is also about to fall under the spell of 3-month-old Kyle.
He's just got some unfortunate little blemishes on that otherwise perfect face.
Oh, you beautiful little boy.
The ragdoll kitten has 3 suspicious-looking lumps on his face.
My guess is that they're driven by a virus called Papilloma Virus. But to be sure of that, I need to take a sample of one, send it to the lab and find out. This is the one that I'm most concerned about, that little lump there.
Oh, wow.
But he's got 2 more on that side as well. They are growing quite quickly in a short space of time, and they're dark. The lump I've decided to remove on Kion's face is the one on the left-hand side, just because it's very close to his lip. That's a point where there's not much hair, and I'm hoping that by removing that one, it won't affect his stunning good looks. Yeah, you're a sucker for a good-looking, blue-eyed, blonde-haired chap.
Do you know any?
No.
Me neither.
I do, it's the cat. All right, well, let's get this done. Get you back to mummy, eh?
Oh, is he gonna be very, very brave?
Oh, dear.
Oh, he's gonna be very, very brave.
Oh.
There you go. Yeah, that was less impressive, wasn't it?
There we go. He's not your friend anymore.
New.
But before they remove the lump,
It's very interesting, isn't it?
Scott needs to make sure there is nothing more sinister threatening Kyle.
What I'm doing here is taking a blood test for feline AIDS and feline leukemia, both which have very significant ramifications on the future of Kion. If Kion did have AIDS or leukemia, I think that his owners will be devastated. They clearly are so in love with these 2 kittens, and I know that if he was unwell, Emma would be crushed.
The lump is easily removed. A sample will be sent to the lab for analysis, and the results of the blood tests for feline AIDS and leukemia will be known before the kitten goes home.
He'll be fine, darling. He'll be fine, I promise.
2 hours later, Emma and her children Isla and Archie arrive to pick up Kion. Kion's sister Kitty has also come along for the reunion.
Do you think she's looking forward to seeing her brother?
Yeah.
Yeah. Are you looking forward to seeing her brother?
Yeah.
Kion means everything to the family, and Kitty does too. The children love them both so, so much, so having them both home together this evening is going to be amazing.
Hey, look who I've got. Well, he's very beautiful and he's done you very proud. He's been such a brave boy today. And the little lump has come off very nicely, as you can see.
Yeah.
And the great news as well is that we did an AIDS leukemia test just to ensure that that's not the cause for this wart developing, and thankfully it's come back as negative.
Thank God for that.
Yeah.
Really missed you.
Clearly, they're massively relieved that he's got through the anaesthetic and got through the surgery and he doesn't have AIDS or leukemia, which is brilliant. But now I feel that little bit of extra worry seeing how much the family love this kitten, and I really hope that the results from the lump come back okay.
It'll be an anxious few days before the results come back from pathology.
We just need to wait and be patient and hope for the best that this lump is, in fact, a wart. And if it is, then hopefully the other two should go away in time. But we'll let you know as soon as we do.
Today's been such a massive day for the family. I think that any trip to the vets is kind of filled with nerves, but today having an operation was a really, really terrifying thing. So yeah, I'm just pleased that it's over. Should we say thank you to the vet? Thank you, Scott.
You're very welcome.
Go on in,
well, you guys
sweethearts.
have a nice evening.
Are we all going to carry them? Yeah,
We'll see you soon.
Let's all carry them home.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
See ya.
This
Bye,
way.
guys.
Bye. Bye.
Gross.
It's a shocking day for a house call, but Scott has promised Liz to drop into her cat sanctuary in Sussex to check up on one of her favourite orphans, Josefina.
Hello, pussycats. Hello, none of you are Josefina, are you? As I walk in the door, all I can see is wall-to-wall cats. It's really terrible weather outside today and they've all come on in. So there's even more in here than normal. It's an incredible sight to see. Hello, beautiful. Well, I think I can see the problem straight away. It's a little obvious, isn't it?
Well, with her little eye, it looks quite sort of weepy.
Yeah.
And looking really sore.
All right, well, I can certainly see a little bit of discharge around that eye, but I do want to have a closer look. So why don't we just pop her on here?
Yeah. Oh,
Good
dear.
girl. Oh,
There we
dear.
go. Oh.
You are a feisty little madam, aren't you? Yes.
There, you stay there. No.
Hey, is she a special cat to you? Is she?
Yes, she is quite a spoilt little princess.
I see.
Yeah.
I see. The spoiled princess of the boss. I can see why she's got delusions of grandeur. Hey.
She's actually been a little bit naughty and petulant. She's almost bordering from being a spoilt princess to being a spoilt brat, just slightly.
There just is nothing there. All right. All right. All right. Okay. Okay. And how long have you had her for?
Probably almost 2 years, about a year and a half.
Okay, and it's been like this the whole time?
It has, yeah. Although when I first got her, it was a mess. It was horrible.
My guess is that this is actually a developmental issue, and I don't think that her eye is properly formed in the womb.
Oh, right.
And as a result, there's a whole... And she's off.
Yeah.
She's got a cavity in her head that's filling with bacteria. And it's very red and there's a bit of infection present because it's literally just like a little saucer just waiting to catch whatever's in the air. And that's why she's got this sort of chronic and ongoing discharge.
Yeah.
You do see a lot of cats with just one eye, but normally it's because they've had surgery to remove the eye and all the support structures, and then it's closed. In Josefina's case, it is literally just an open cavity waiting to be filled with dust and bacteria. That's going to cause chronic and ongoing infections and inflammation, and definitely will be upsetting Josefina. So what I think is the best way forward is that we have Josefina come up to the practice in Richmond and we perform surgery, which is to knock her out under anaesthetic and then remove all the support structures there, remove whatever's left of the eye and then close it up so it's not that ongoing source of irritation that it is at the moment.
No, that sounds a good plan of action.
You look worried though.
I am a little bit. I mean, I'm quite confident, but I'm just quite close to her.
Yeah, she's your little shadow by the looks of it.
Yeah, she is a little bit, yeah. She seems to really like me, which is quite nice.
Liz will bring Josefina into the Richmond practice tomorrow for the operation.
I feel happy that she won't just get vet care, she'll get extra love and cuddles as well. So I know it's in her best interests.
We'll get through this together, won't we, sweetheart?
She likes you now.
I don't know. When she works out what I'm going to do to her, that might all change. Hey, sweetie. Hey? Good girl. Yes.
After a night recovering from the big operation on his broken hip, 6-month-old Pablo is letting everyone know he's ready to go home.
I've been feeling nervous, excited to see him, anxious that he's okay because I'm worried that he might be missing me.
Oh, let's go see Mummy. I think I hear her. Let's go see Mummy. Come on.
I can't wait to see him.
Hello.
Hello.
There's your chair.
Hello. Hi. To have Pablo back feels amazing. I can't believe how much I missed him and how much he obviously missed me. It's so good to be together again.
Okay, down you go, mate. There you go. Right. There you go.
Hey,
So you can see already how brave he's been.
Oh, look at you.
Legs already
Look at you.
touching the ground.
Hello. Let me see. Look at you, brave boy. Yes. Steady, steady. Good boy.
He's already putting his leg on the ground there, which is just such a great result. But now is your turn.
Okay.
So what you need to do is start with some physiotherapy. So the most basic thing is just to get him to use this leg. We need him to use it as much as he can, as quick as he can.
Okay.
So the first thing is just lifting the other leg up.
Yep.
So when you lift the other leg up, just ask him to put pressure on that leg.
Okay.
But he's been such a brave boy and such a great patient.
Good.
And now you just need to convince your boy to use his leg.
Yes, he will.
Hey?
Yes. I can already see improvements with Pablo's leg. He's spreading his toes a lot more than he was before, and he's putting a little bit of weight on his leg, so I can definitely already see improvements. And I literally can't wait to take him home and just get my baby back. I love him so much.
All right,
Ready?
bye, Pablo.
Say bye.
See you, mates.
Say bye. Steady,
Take care.
Steady. Good boy. Good boy. Come on then. Good boy.
Good boy.
Yes, good girl. Good girl.
Hi, Liz.
Hello.
Hi, Josefina. Hi.
It's a big day for Liz and the feisty 3-year-old Josefina. After battling a chronic eye condition all her life, today may be the turning point.
Scott's going to be doing some surgery on Josefina today on her eye, or rather lack of eye, which I hope is going to make her a lot more comfortable.
Well, I think it's the right decision. I really feel that without that abnormal eye and socket, it's going to make a big difference to her quality of life. Say goodbye to Mummy.
Okay, good girl, Mummy loves you. Oh.
When you see her again, she's going to look
Yes, you're
quite
going
different.
to look even prettier, aren't you? Okay. I'm going to be thinking about her a lot today, but I know she's in very good hands, so I'm just going to go and have a big cup of coffee and look forward to collecting her later.
Hey, Nath. Oh, hey, Scott. This is Josefina. She has got a very unattractive eye, which is causing her a little bit of grief. Come here, baby. Come here, beautiful. So she's got one very beautiful blue eye and then one really quite awful one. You can see it's just not developed. And that cavity just fills with muck and it's all inflamed and infected. So I think it's a situation of better out than in.
Yeah.
Good girl. Josefina is a patient. She is quite feisty. She's very happy to use all of her weapons, and she definitely is using the back leg talons on poor Nathan. Cheers. Oh, wowza, Nathan. The battle scars are working with cats, eh? There you go. Done.
It won't be long now before Liz can be reunited with her favourite cat.
Here she is.
Oh.
Here's your
I
girl.
can hear you. Wow, look at you.
So that's the new face of Josefina.
Oh, that's all going to be fine in just a few days' time.
Yeah.
What a brave girl.
I wonder if her kingdom's gone amok since she's been away.
I know.
All those other cats, I bet they've been sitting in your chair. Hey?
I expect the cats at home will see her arrive back and think, oh, she's back again, where's she been? So I'll just say she's been to London to see the Queen or something like that. But they'll all be pleased to see her, I'm sure. And were you a good girl? I bet you were, weren't you?
Sort of.
Sort of. We've got a lovely little bed for you when you get home. Well, that's a brave little soldier. And obviously her eye looks a bit messy, but it's going to be fine once the stitches all dissolve and the fur starts to grow. She'll look as pretty as ever.
There you go.
Thank you.
All right then.
Thank you very much.
See you later, Liz. Take
Okay,
care.
bye-bye.
Bye. Bye, Josefina.
Come on, puppets. Good girls. Brave girl, brave girl.
No, she likes that, actually.
Good boy, Kion.
It's been a week since Scott removed a lump from the face of 3-month-old ragdoll kitten, Kion.
Good boy.
And this evening, he's coming by to deliver the lab results to Kion's family.
Hi, Emma.
Scott,
How are you?
nice to see you.
And you. I'm the bearer of news.
Well, come in. The kittens are just in the lounge.
Thank you. Well, Kion doesn't seem to have held the surgery against me, does he?
I think he looks pretty happy there.
You are pretty chilled, my friend.
And he's so happy to be home.
Good. Well, the happy news keeps on flowing.
Yeah.
In that these little lumps that he had on his face aren't anything to worry about.
Okay.
They haven't found any cancer or tumour cells,
Yeah.
which is brilliant.
Good.
And it's also not a wart, so it hasn't the capacity to be able to spread. So we shouldn't see any more of them. The ones that he's got, hopefully, are the only ones he'll ever have.
Fantastic.
So I think rather than looking at that lump on his face and thinking, oh, that's unsightly and something to worry about, why don't we just call it his beauty spot?
That's a
instead.
great idea.
Yeah, let's
That's a
just
great idea.
turn it into a
Makes
positive.
it even more beautiful.
Yeah.
Even more handsome. I feel so relieved. We've been really, really worried. Nobody's known what it actually was. So to actually find out that it is nothing to worry about is just fantastic. The kids have completely fallen in love with them. And I can't imagine what it would have been like should we have had to lose him.
Yeah, and he seems pretty chilled about the whole situation, doesn't he?
Look at that
You
poor.
want to shake hands? Yeah. Thank you, Scott. You're welcome. Kion seems an incredibly happy, healthy boy, and the whole family seemed very happy. So I'm really glad as a vet that we've got the result we have.
I like that camera. Look at it.
You are beautiful. How anyone could have hurt you, I don't know. That's what's so upsetting.
In Isleworth, the 2 abandoned canaries have found the perfect home.
I know.
With Nurse Gina's animal-loving nan, Marge.
It's all right.
Oh, you poor things.
2 weeks ago, the pair were dumped at the Isleworth clinic in a shocking state, lucky to still be alive. Now they have a loving new home and new names, Rosie and Pippa.
I used to get up and be frightened to walk in the front room in the morning because I was concerned that they wouldn't make it. I feel confident now. I can walk in. The first thing I say is, "Morning, Rosie. Morning, Pippa."
While Rosie is fully feathered, Pippa still has a long way to go, but she has had a milestone of her own.
Someone told me that when they lay eggs, they're happy.
Hello, Nan.
Hello, darling.
How are you?
Gina's dropping by after work to see how the little girls are progressing.
Should we have a look at Rosie now?
Yes, I
Yeah?
think we ought to now.
She's got a lot more feathers, haven't you, Rosie? Look at all these. Well done, girl. Since Nan got the canaries, their quality of life has improved massively. They've got big cage, they've got proper nutrition, they've got access to toys and mirrors. I couldn't have picked a better home for them. I'm sure they really appreciate what you've done for them, Nan.
Darling,
So thank you.
I appreciate all what you do for them as well.
Let's put you back.
That's
There we go.
That's it. All right.
It's all
You
right.
good girls. You're at home now, darlings. Yes, you are. I would never let anyone hurt you again. I know.
Josefina! Come on, Uncle Scott will be here in a minute. Come on, let me see you.
In Sussex, Scott is back at Liz's cat sanctuary to see how Josefina is recovering from her eye operation.
Hello, Liz.
Hi.
How are you? Mwah. Great to see you.
I know.
Hello, pussycats. I'm really looking for the lady of the hour.
Yes.
Where is she?
She's actually in her solarium.
Wow.
And she doesn't seem to want to come out.
She's taken that whole princess mantle to another level.
Yes,
hasn't she?
yeah, she has.
Yeah. So tell me, how's she been since the procedure?
really happy. I mean, she really is.
Yeah.
And she hasn't got that sort of slightly pained look that she'd sometimes have.
So no wincing, just a lot of winking now.
Yes, lots of winking.
Yeah. Well, let's
No,
have a quick
really
look at her. Hey, can I have a quick look at you, sweet pea? Hey.
Josefina!
Hey.
Josefina is just like a little powerhouse. I mean, she's like as if she's recharged all her batteries. It's like she's kind of gained extra confidence or something, and she's so full of herself. She really is, yeah. She looks very comfortable and not in any pain at all.
Well, I mean, that looks great, doesn't it?
Yes.
So nice and flat against her face.
It's a really nice shape, actually.
Yeah, well, that's really what I was going
very
for.
natural.
And once that hair grows back,
Oh, gosh, yes.
I think you just won't notice.
I don't think so either.
Hey?
Oops.
She wants to go straight back to the solarium. Do you? Hey? I'm terribly sorry. The surgeon gets out the building because I need my spa treatment to return. Hey? It always amazes me that Liz finds a little piece of her heart for every single cat that she looks after. But Josefina, I think, has a slightly bigger piece than most. Liz seems very happy that Josefina's made such a great recovery. She's the happy princess that she will always be. So hopefully she keeps her queen bee status.
Yes,
even
princess.
with only one eye.
Yeah.
I think she'll do it, don't you?
Yes, definitely.
Come here. Ready, steady, go.
And 4 weeks after Scott operated on Pablo's broken hip, the French Bulldog is back, enjoying himself in the park.
Good boy. Good boy. Clever puppy. Come on then. Pablo is fantastic. He's making a good recovery. His muscle mass has started to grow a little bit more. He's using his leg fantastically. Anybody would think that nothing had ever happened to him.
This way. Where's Pablo? Hey, where is he?
Today, Scott's come to check on Pablo's progress, and he's brought along a surprise visitor, his puppy Scully.
Who's that? Hi, Naomi.
Hi.
How are you? Hi, Pablo.
How are you?
Good to see you.
You too.
I thought I'd bring a little play date friend today.
We love new friends.
Yes.
Scott's brought his puppy along so that Scott can see how Pablo can really move with other dogs, really see him in action. Also, it's really good socialisation for them. Go play then.
Wow, jumping already.
Yes.
You're doing
Hello,
well.
darling. Hello.
He's looking very active and
very, very active.
very comfortable.
Yes, I've got my dog back.
Pablo's moving really well, and most of all, he seems to be out of pain, so it all seems very positive.
He could never do anything like this before. His favourite time is coming out in the park. He absolutely loves it out here. And you can see, it's like he owns the place.
Yeah. Stop. Come on, you two. Play nicely. So often with patients, it's a mixture of physical and mental. And I think for him, he's lived pretty much his whole life with a sore hip.
Yeah.
And not being able to use it normally. So now it's almost like you don't have a painful hip anymore. We just need to retrain you to use it.
Yeah.
And it's hard as an overprotective mum to go, oh, my boy, he's jumping. But actually now, you need to just let him go
Let him
for
do
it.
it. Definitely. The future for me and Pablo is to just enjoy a long, long life together, hopefully. Lots and lots of walking, lots and lots of treats, and lots of cuddles.
Come on, Scully. Good girl.
Pablo!
Come on.
Pablo!
They're already falling out. It's only their first date.